Right into our next guest because I really have been looking forward to talking to him, learning more about his organization, and allowing him an opportunity to tell us a little about himself, Mr. Reggie Russell. How are you doing today, Reggie?
Good, sir, and yourself?
Good, good. Great to have you on, man. Appreciate you taking some time out of your Saturday here. First off, we've been telling everybody we're going to have you on your organization, Empowerment Through Sports. We're going to get into that, but first, tell us a little bit about your background, where you're from, what brought you here to the Valley if you're not a native, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, well, I want to first start off with saying thank you for the opportunity to come on and be a part of the show today.
Absolutely.
I am a native of Phoenix, Arizona, born and raised in what's probably referred to now as the South Mountain Village area,
Okay.
but affectionately referred to by me as South Phoenix. And I was able to participate in youth sports and different enrichment programs coming up, and I found a passion for athletics, which allowed that to carry me to broaden my horizons in college and also playing ball as an NCAA athlete. I graduated, got a degree, and came back home and decided to put my best foot forward and paying it forward to the community.
What sport did you play? What sport did you play, and where'd you go to school?
Well, I initially went to school at the University of Arizona, but I've actually played and participated in the NCAA at Western New Mexico University.
Okay. Football, basketball?
In football, I played the one tech on the defense.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's you put in some work down in the down there in the jungle, man.
In the trenches, yes, sir.
Yeah, people don't understand. You said when you say one technique, I'm like, oh, he was down there. You know,
Reggie,
I was a tight end. I was out there with the 7s and the 9s, so I know what that. I've heard how much nastier it gets down there in the 1. So, you had a question?
I was just going to ask. Appreciate you coming on, Reggie. What high school did you go to?
Well, I went to 2 high schools. I went to South Mountain and Carl Hayden High School. I graduated from South Mountain High School.
Okay, so you were a Jag.
I was a Jag. Yes, sir. Okay. I was a Jag.
Yeah.
So tell us when you went college career, you got back, graduated, you came back. Where did the inspiration and tell us a little bit more about the empowerment through sports?
Well, I mean, I don't want to be cliche, but the story I think is really a strong and impactful one. My dream growing up was to play in the NFL. And to be honest with you, the reason why I went to school was to play in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
But little did I know that the Lord had another plan for my life. And so after not being able to attain the goal that I thought which was best for me, I was getting my diploma on the stage, and I had an epiphany-type moment that my life had been empowered by my ability to play a sport well enough. And I was like, you know what? I got to go back and let the masses know about this type deal to where, man, I met professors, I traveled, played in different towns and met different people, and it was all just by sports. That I think normally those opportunities wouldn't have existed if I hadn't been able to broaden my horizons that way. And so I'm like, okay, let's go back to the hood and try and see if we can change some other lives.
Tell us a little bit about the mission of empowerment through sports, because I'm looking at it right here on my screen. I think it's an incredible message. What are you trying to do within the communities?
So the focal point is essentially, after we talk about empowerment, but we want to talk about faith, family, and community. And we feel like that a student athlete being supported in all those areas of their lives will kind of, I don't want to sound, too harsh, but will create a prototypical type person to be, put in the position to be productive, contributing member to society.
Mm-hmm.
And so we use this, to be honest, we use the sport as a lure to gain relationship and figure out how we can help you be the best you that you can be, whether it's in sports or outside of sports.
So you have your mission, and talking about working with the youth. Are we talking all ages, certain age group, community area?
Well, our initial age group is anywhere from 6 to 14. We provide programs typically for those, boys and girls. We have cheerleading program, football program, mentorship program, where we do the community responsibility engagements with, community cleanups or going out to visit some of the games with the professional teams like the Phoenix Suns or the Arizona Cardinals, and just really kind of help provide those opportunities to help the kids see outside of the box and explore life from another angle.
Is it all sports, or do you have a focus on just a few? How does that work, Reggie?
Well, the way that it was formulated for us, just by happenstance, because I played football in college, and that's what I was most affectionate with. That's what we started with, offering 2 seasons of tackle football every year. And then we slowly, gradually started because we wanted to kind of keep in contact with the kids as much as possible. So we was like, okay, well, let's create these other sports. They're going to other organizations and playing them anyway. So let's just do it in-house and see if we can spend more time with the kids. And so that's where our program had eventually gravitated towards, with basketball, flag, band, and t-ball that we offer.
So is it a week? And how are the events are they on a weekly basis, monthly basis, or by seasonal? Like, so, someone coming to join the program, what can they expect?
Well, they can expect to engage in a seasonal format, and usually our seasons are formatted with anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks of practice and an exercise regimen to ensure that they are able to perform in a full season setting. We always want to make sure that these kids are prepared. We don't want to put them out there and risk them damaging any facets of growth and development.
Mm-hmm.
We have a diverse culture, the kids that you help with, or like you said, all age groups, but I guess we're talking a lot of diversity, and you probably have a lot of, hopefully a lot of sponsors helping out.
Well, currently we don't, and that's why I wanted to embark on this opportunity to kind of give a snapshot of where we're at as an organization, and then welcome other people that are, sharing the same passion and vision for their community and for their children, even to get involved with. We're looking for people that are community oriented, that are goal oriented, of course, to come on board and help us polish up and provide the ultimate service to our community.
I know at one point, Reggie, when we first started talking a couple to 3 weeks ago, you were trying to form your board, and where are you at in that aspect of things right now, and how can someone get involved to help, who has that community mindedness and also wants to help you out?
Well, we're still in the initial stages of that, and I think anybody definitely would be able to reach out to me via email or even a phone call. I'm one of those rare persons that actually answers my my phone when you call. But just having a simple conversation and allowing us to identify and align, and if we want to move forward after we've counted the cost in being involved, then let's go forth and try and create something special for the community.
How can we, and I'd like to, and you and I will have these conversations offline, but for somebody out there who might be in a position, actually, you're looking for sponsors, how big and how small of sponsorship are you looking for moving forward?
Well, we won't turn our collar down to anything. I'll say that because whatever is put on your heart to give, we will accept that and apply it in the areas of need with regard to our program. One of the things about our organization is that we like to be open and share what some of our costs are, so that the people who are consumers can have a realistic understanding of what it takes to put the organization together, and then also allows them to keep a hold of the pulse of the organizational standards and the service levels that we're providing.
Have you had any fundraising events or anything, or any upcoming events you'd like to tell us about?
Well, we're always doing something, Brother Smith. Right now, the next thing that we have going on is the backpack drive, where we have partnered with South Point Elementary to provide backpacks for some of the kids in the community there who don't have the resources to be prepared for school come next week. We're also, doing another, starting the organizational planning for our Christmas event, where we give away toys to 100 kids in the community and allow them to have some community fun with some different vendors and bounce houses and the fire department and the police department, and come out and just, get loved on by the community. Our outreach is really enhancing itself, and I'm really the most excited about our outreach because you can play sports anywhere.
Yeah.
But where are we going to be dialed into a schematic system that's intentional about their interaction with you?
Well, I'm already thinking I got some people I'm going to introduce you to and kind of help in some of those aspects, because I really admire what you're doing, and it's a great organization. Get all the social media contact information. How can people be in touch and help out?
Well, we have a website, of course, at emtsports.com, and the email address